You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton. And guys, thanks so much for joining in with us. Hey, I actually have a great interview here today because we have none other than in-guest studio, Jake Meissner. What's up, brother?
What's happening, man? How are you?
We're doing good, man. You sound golden on the mic.
Oh, thank you.
Well, how you doing?
A little bit of practice. What can I say? Talking to myself in the mirror.
I'll tell you what, in-guest studios are my favorite.
Okay.
The audio's the best. The chemistry with talking with a guest is just fun because you get to make eye contact and just have to do. You get to have a conversation with somebody in person.
Correct.
Versus 500 miles away on the phone. So you've never done this. You're a rook.
Very rookie.
Very rookie. But,
very green.
You'll be okay. It'll be all right. But if you guys don't know Jake, what's your Instagram? Jake.
Instagram is Jake's Lawn Care 248. That's the business account.
248.
And then the personal account is Meissner, Meissner _Jake.
All right, cool deal. So go follow my boy here. So Jake and I have been buds for what, like a year and a half?
Dude, probably. It feels like 2 or 3 at this point.
I was going to say, we're all kind of like, it's all blurring, you know?
Exactly.
We've done a couple videos together. You have the, if you guys know Jake or maybe the name or the voice even, we did a video, at least 1 or 2 videos, but I know we did the one video on your HTX half-ton plow.
Yep.
Huge video.
It blew up.
Yeah, a lot of guys wanted to know about half ton and plowing. So we'll maybe get into that a little bit. But so Jake's a friend of the show. I didn't just rip him off the street. I'm like, yo, I need an episode, you know? So we've been trying to lock this down for a few weeks, and we've been dealing with the heat here.
Oh my gosh.
I know, for real. So we both got done early today. I took a cat nap. Jake did some stuff with his family.
A monsoon happened at the same time.
Yeah, finally.
About time.
Finally, right? So we're going to talk about Jake's story. If you guys want to go down the rabbit hole with us, Jake's got a background in, went to college, was still deciding whether or not he wanted to utilize his college degree. On the side, he had started a lawn care landscape business.
Yep.
And so currently, since then, you've went all in.
Full tilt.
Which is cool. So he's just got a really cool story. It's really unique perspective. And not only that, I'm really impressed. One thing that I'm most impressed with from people is their business mindset. And the other day, Jake was doing some Instagram stories, like 10 Instagram stories, and I'm clicking through because I watch all your guys' stories. And I was really impressed with what you said and how you were talking.
Well, thank you.
And I said, man, this is not the same Jake Meissner from 12 months ago. This isn't the same Jake Meissner from my Launchpreneur Academy live event when I got to hang out with you there.
Sure.
Because you were still like, do I go all in? What do I do? And since then, you're like a budding entrepreneur, launchpreneur, you're kicking butt. So it's really cool to see where we got so far. So here's what we're going to do. Let's do this for maybe 30 or 60 seconds. Why don't you go into your background, what your business looks like today, just a quick snapshot to maybe get these guys up to speed, and then we'll go into your story.
Sure. So my name is Jake Meissner. I own Jake's Lawn Care, LLC. Started this probably, I want to say 8 to 10 years ago. I was that kid, in high school, even middle school, that was just doing the lawns on the side. And then once I got the license, I could finally drive around town. Oh, family, friends need this, they need that.
Right.
And so that kind of started oh, wow, I can make some money. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So finished high school, went to Grand Valley State University, where I studied exercise science.
Yeah.
Loved the curriculum, was planning on being a strength and conditioning coach.
Okay.
And then came back, Jake's Lawn Care tripled from the summer before. So I'm like, maybe I'll put the degree on the back burner.
Okay.
And so since then, started, I graduated 2 years ago, started in 2018, did lawn care, full tilt, then went into snow removal.
Yeah.
And have never looked back since.
Okay. So are you enjoying your career move so far?
So far, so good.
I love it. And you still enjoy your physical fitness and activity because you're a stud, you know what I'm saying, over here. So this guy's, I got the quarantine 15 and Jake's rocking a 6-pack, you know what I'm saying? So I saw, those Instagram memes, 3 people that come out of, COVID, fit, fat, or I don't know, whatever the third one is. But you're fit, I'm fat.
I appreciate it. No, you're not. No, you're not.
We were just talking about going back to the gym. I'm like, Jake, do you train people? Because I need some help here, man. But all right, well, let's do this. We're going to go into your story here. We're going to hear first from our show sponsors, and this one is from ISO Tunes. A lot of you guys know these guys, so we're going to hear from them, and then we'll get right back into it.
Keep yourself protected as you grow your lawn care business. It's 2020. We believe you should have options other than hot and heavy earmuffs or standard earplugs to protect your hearing. Get comfortable protection you deserve with IsoTunes. Our Bluetooth headphones merge high-quality audio with noise-blocking earplugs. Certified by OSHA, IsoTunes provides protection and delivers durability to last you season after season. Visit isotunes.com to find your fit.
Awesome. Cool deal. Well, always a pleasure of having IsoTunes sponsor the show. And, guys, we really appreciate all of you that support the sponsors of the show. A lot of you guys always ask me on Instagram, which ones do I use? We use the Pro 1.0s. I've got the 2.0s as well. I just haven't opened those out of the box. And then I also rock the Freeze, but that's more if I'm at the gym, which is never, right, Jake?
Yep. Dude, I love them when I'm doing mulch installs.
Yeah.
The Freeze.
That's true. Mm-hmm. So the Freeze are wireless, and then I know you rock the Pros.
Yep.
I see them in your Instagram. Mm-hmm. So they're isolating, so they're not noise canceling. So that's why they're only like $90 and not like $199. Mm-hmm. But guys, treat your hearing serious, because once that goes, there's nobody.
There's no coming back.
Yeah, safety glasses, hearing, boots. I'm a big guy with PPE. So
my fiance would say that my ears are gone already. But,
yeah,
who knows?
It's because the whole listening thing.
I think it's selective.
So, well, it's funny. I think I told a story on another podcast. One time, Liz took me. She did a background in hearing test.
Okay.
In audiology. So one day, I was just bringing her lunch or something in the off season, and she put me in the hearing booth,
mm-hmm.
and they do the boop.
Yep.
The whole hearing test thing. Yep. And she comes back out, and I go, "How'd I do?" She goes, "This is unbelievable." I go, "What?" She goes, "You got 100 out of 100. I go, "I know.
I'm 100.
I'm overachiever, right?" And she goes, so I'm like all proud, right? But she like baited me, because that's how women do it.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're so smart. And she goes, "No, that means like you got 100 out of 100. That means that everything I say to you, you hear." She goes, "So what's up with not doing the laundry? We're not doing this." I go, "Oh," so I'm backpedaling, and that's what she does. She traps me, man. She's smart. So she's playing chess while I'm living in checkers.
Exactly.
All right, so let's go into your story. So
okay.
You just said you went to Grand Valley State.
Mm-hmm.
Were you ever thinking about going into lawn and landscaping in general, or how young were you when you got started like pushing a lawnmower and cutting grass?
Dude, like 10 years old.
You were that kid?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It was weird because my first semester of college, I was thinking about going into supply chain management.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason I went to Grand Valley, because the business school was brand new.
Yep.
It was in Grand Rapids. Like,
sure.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be great.
Yep.
And then I just got the bug. Like, I loved fitness all of a sudden.
Okay.
So I'm like, this is what I want to do.
Sure.
My dad was like, dude, there's not a lot of money in it.
Okay.
But
like
again,
personal training or athletic coach?
More so working with athletes.
Okay, cool.
Just, I love, I was an athlete. I played soccer and I still do, on a co-ed league and all this kind of stuff.
Some of our baseball and football people are like football or soccer.
Yeah.
That's not a sport.
That's not a sport.
But I'm a big soccer fan.
Dude, I kicked for the football team as well.
There you go, man.
Dude.
Soccer, I love soccer. What's going on with soccer right now, I'm not a big fan of, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, different podcast.
Yeah, so now our kids are probably going to go back to hockey. So anyway.
Okay.
I digress. Okay, so that's really cool, though. Did you want to maybe train college athletes or professional athletes?
Definitely collegiate.
Okay.
I worked with, my fiance was actually a part of the women's golf team. She was on scholarship, full scholarship.
Wow.
And so my internship was with the women's golf team my senior year.
Okay.
All the girls added 10 yards on their club. Like, I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
But again, I just came home and I was like, you know what? I'm going to just put that on the side for right now.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So were you cutting grass on the side before you went into college?
Yes.
Okay, so explain that. So were you 15, 16, 17, you got 5 neighbors or something like that?
Yeah, so then basically family and friends and then some neighbors.
Okay.
So, after school, I might have soccer practice or something.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go to that. And then it was cutting grass.
Yeah. So you were just, what were you doing with all the money? Just socking away?
Saving it.
Yeah.
Saving it, man.
Just paying cash for
Save it
Subway?
for a rainy day.
I dig it. Okay. I was the same way, but I'll be honest with you. I blew all my money.
Okay.
I bought fireworks.
My mom will tell you to this day, he's a saver.
Really?
She's like, I've never seen you pull out your wallet.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. I'm a saver, and then I flex. But I haven't flexed in a decade, bro. I haven't bought anything cool. I guess the truck, maybe.
Maybe Thunder. I don't know. Maybe the Sure Track trailer. The studio.
Yeah,
whatever,
I don't know.
Whatever.
This is all like tools.
Well, when you're an actor, you get this stuff sent to you.
All of it.
Yeah.
In fact, the truck,
Yeah, dude, paid for.
Yeah, I'm going to buy a house one day. They're going to provide that.
Exactly.
That's how it works at this
dude,
level.
You got it figured out.
Actually, the funny story is Jake and I were literally upstairs and he's like, dude, are your lawns burned out? I'm like, mine are toasted. He's like, man, I'm losing $200 a day. I'm like, I'm losing $300 a day. Mm-hmm. And we're both like freaking out because like we still count on that revenue.
Yep.
Like
absolutely.
I'm not some big fish. Like that's money that goes right to my family's pocket.
Exactly.
And so, okay. So then you decided to go to college. Are you still running the business or are you like little Jake lawn care, on the side?
So like I'm the cute kid that like, okay, yeah, like he cuts the cute part, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But every weekend, I went back. Like I was missing college parties and stuff and hanging out with people until, October-ish.
Yeah.
Because like I wanted the money.
Right.
And I saw the potential in the business. I'm like, you know what? I've already kind of made a name for myself.
Yep.
I don't want to disappoint people. So did the college thing Monday through Thursday, had a Friday morning class, and boom, Grand Rapids to the east side.
No kid. It's funny. I had a couple kids working for me, and I call them kids. They're like 18, 19, 20. Mm-hmm. And one did the shipped, the grocery delivery.
Yeah.
So same thing. He was going to Hope, and his family is successful.
Okay.
Like he's working for me for $12 an hour. And I'm like, bro, why are you working for me? And I'm like we both, like he's going to get a little whirlwind. He's a trust fund baby. Mm-hmm. And he's a great kid though. Yeah. And not to take any, because he's the hardest working kid I know. And I'm like, bro, it's 94 degrees out. We're cutting grass. I'm paying you $12 an hour. Like, why are you even here? He goes, dude, I don't get any of it till I'm 30. But what he would do is he'd work with me. Mm-hmm. He'd go to college. And then on the weekends, he'd come back home and do shipped. Or even on college campus, do shipped. And you'd make, I don't know, $100 a day, $200 a day. But
it adds up.
Yeah, I just heard Josh Latimer on the podcast we dropped not too long before this one. We were talking about desire. Mm-hmm. And so there's some kids at college that are like, yo, dude, I'm going to just camp out here, just accrue, 80 grand of college debt. Mm-hmm. And then there's other kids that come out with only $5 grand or 10 grand or no college debt.
Exactly.
So you were always kind of hustling?
Yep. Always hustling.
Okay. Always, were you just like a keep your nose clean kind of a kid, or were you just focused on just not getting into trouble, making money and just paying things off?
Well, like any kid, you want to have fun too, right?
Sure.
But yeah, it was, let's just keep this business growing because this has potential.
Totally.
And let's get an education as well, because you can always fall back on a degree, right?
Sure.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, that's a common question I get from the younger audience. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, what should I be doing? Like at my age, what should I be doing?
What you're passionate about.
Yeah. Well,
hands down.
Well, it's that. And I'm always telling people reinvest. Mm-hmm. Between like 15, 18, 20, heck, I don't care if you're 30, keep reinvesting in the business. Like, don't pull money out.
Yep.
Keep investing. Like, get to the top of the blower line, get to the top lawnmower, top trailer.
Absolutely.
Get that top truck. Then when you got everything figured out and your production is like crazy and you get crazy cash flow, then go do stupid stuff.
Exactly.
But that's really cool that even at 18, 19, 20, you kind of realized that. How did you know to do that? Was it that saver mindset, good parenting?
I definitely think it was the saver mindset, but then the parenting.
Okay.
I come from a divorced family, so I've seen, like the financial burden that happens.
Yep.
So I think that maybe was in the back of my head, like thinking, you know what, let's just be really smart with our money. And I don't know.
Liz and I are the same way. To be honest, like same exact story, like broken homes from both sides. And we always heard like the number one point of contention in a marriage was money. That was finance. Well, it wasn't money. The joke is it's not money, it's lack of money, right? Because nobody's like, yo, would you stop leaving your $100 bills all around the house?
I'm so sick of it.
God, I had the vacuum today and your gold coins were laying all over. Like, yeah, right. Me too, right?
Yeah.
But that's where Liz and I, like, we've always tried to live pretty conservatively. Like, we've just been banking money like the last 12, 18 months. And it feels good because like you can go do stuff, but it's nice when you have money in the bank and you like don't have to.
Exactly.
Like you don't have to flex. You don't have to go out there. Okay, so let's fast forward. You're going into your senior year of college.
Okay.
And you got some choices to make.
Yep.
So where were you at in this whole? I'm gonna go grow Jake's lawn care.
So
or get your college. Were you co-oping or interning?
I was doing the internship as well.
Okay.
So basically, October, November, that's when the final internship started. So that was great because I don't have to be back home, right?
Yeah.
I'm not doing snow removal at that point in my game.
And you're what, 21, 22?
Yeah, 22.
22,
Yep.
Okay.
And so I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is so much fun doing all this type stuff, training these girls and whatnot. I'm like, I'm on the right path. Like I'm super excited.
Yeah.
And then I'm not kidding you. I graduated. I walked through commencement, had the degree.
Yeah.
Like I'm amped. Like, where am I going to work?
Yep.
Where am I going to train? And then I start working with the lawn business, just, start making some money, blah, 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 while I'm following up on some leads.
When was this? Like spring?
Yeah, dude, like April.
Yep.
Late April.
Yep.
And I'm just getting calls, text. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll be there. Cool. Yeah, spring cleanup. And then I'm like, there's so much money in this.
Yeah.
Why would I consider that's cool.
Sure.
But did a 180 just like that.
What's the starting wage, or what could have you made? Like 50, 80, 100?
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I love all the college kids. Like, yeah, I'm going to go into this, and this. And I
dude,
come
starting salary is $120,000.
Or $300,000.
Yeah.
I hear that all day. And I'm like, dude, I love you. God bless you.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to
I
happen.
didn't know you were going to be a CEO right out of college.
Well, I'm going to be an anesthesiologist. I'm going to make $300,000. I'm like, okay, maybe, but you'll probably be $500,000.
I was going to say you have $600,000 in debt.
Yeah, and it's going to take you 8 to 12 years.
Exactly.
And maybe you want to go that route. I'm not putting
God
that
bless
down.
you. That's cool.
But it's just like some of these kids that work for in today's age, like, yeah, I'm going to go to school. I'm going to go get my business marketing degree, and I'm going to go make $80,000.
Yeah.
And I'm like, try 32,000, 32.5. Yeah. In fact, I heard a stat. It said there's 10 times more people that graduate from India with a business degree than in the U.S., and those guys also had to learn English as a second language.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So when you talk about a global economy,
yeah,
and you think you're going to come out of college making $80,000, not really. Not when you can get, this isn't like, I'm not trying to be rude here, but like you can get 2 or 3 Indian people, or Pakistani people over here. This is a global marketplace.
Yeah.
And they can get 3 guys for the same $40,000. What are they going to do?
It's basic economics.
Yeah. Dell's going to go ship those jobs overseas. Microsoft, all these companies. So
why do you think you call these, 1-800 numbers and?
Yeah, and it's like, hello, thank you for calling in. My name is Joe.
Welcome to AT&T.
Yeah, hello, my name is Joe. Man, your name is not Joe, okay? There's no way your name is Joe. I don't care what you say. All right, so anyway, don't email me and don't DM me, saying Brian's this, Brian's that. God bless you. All right, so we're just having fun. All right, so you're 22. Okay, so that's the fork in the road. So did you have any like big career opportunities lined up, or were you just like, yo, I'm going to take the next 6 months. I'm going to make a go at this thing.
Exactly.
And just see where it goes?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the exact thought.
So how did the season go for you? This is 3 years ago?
This is 3 years ago.
Okay. And we might have known each other by then?
I think, definitely following each other on Instagram and stuff. Maybe casual talking, but not the relationship that we have to this day.
Right.
But
because I talked to Brandon Boudreaux, one of my buddies, and you guys were tight because you guys were in the working out.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I don't know what Jake's doing. He was telling me about you, and he's like, yeah, I think he's going to college. I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm like, all right, cool, because I was just asking about you because I didn't know you. And all right, so keep going on.
So basically, nothing impressive, like $30,000-$40,000 gross, right? Like it just whatever.
Yeah.
And then it just, dude, the phone did not stop.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, now we're gonna do snow, and just the money kept coming in, and it's like, why would I stop doing this?
Sure. Did you ever have the thought, like, I'm gonna get out of this or sell it, or like, were you really even considering lawn and landscaping? I mean, you just spent 4 years of your life going down one other road.
So it was kind of that point where it was like, you know what? I'll see where this goes. Wasn't thinking, oh, I'm going to sell it. Like, oh, I'm a big shot. I'll sell my business.
Yeah.
But it was, you know what? I want to be the guy that people call, and you know what? Jake's on site, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Cool.
Didn't have a huge plan in place. Just wanted to test the waters.
So tell me about your business then. So what do you guys do? Are you residential, commercial? Like, has things evolved in the last year or two? What does your business look like today?
So today we're servicing about 85 weekly lawn maintenance clients.
Wow.
I would say 80% is residential, 20% is commercial.
Okay.
And then, we're obviously doing spring and fall cleanups, mulch installations, and then I would say very intro to basic landscape designs and stuff like that.
What's your passion right now?
Honestly,
besides making money.
Besides making money.
Or saving money.
Dude, I love, and it just sounds so like lame, but I just love laying mulch. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. And like redefining beds, creating new beds.
Yep.
Just seeing how you can take something that was kind of basic and making it maybe level 2 basic.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I don't have the skid steer and all that kind of stuff, right?
Not yet.
But just to see that transformation, and the client's like, wow, this actually looks really good. Here's your money.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I love sling and mulch. I love the color. I love the smell. I like when it's watered in and you just get like that fresh mulch.
Yeah.
It's like now my girl Liz, she actually hates it. She's
Really?
like, oh my god, it smells like manure. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It smells great. She does not like it.
Yeah.
But when we get done with the job and it gets watered in, I'm like, that smells really good. So are you guys doing more landscaping solutions now? Like, you're not doing tear outs and like plantings and stuff like that. But
so like you always talk about route density. So now that the route is shrinking, because we're making more money because we're offering additional services to each client.
Yep.
We're really starting to become that white glove full service provider for our clients.
Well, that was one of the things I remember you saying on Instagram, because I watch all of your guys' stories. Like, I believe it or not, like all you guys that are out there, I follow like 6,000 of y'all. I tried to follow more, but then like Instagram tapped out. It's like you can't follow more people.
Oh, you have to wait like the 24 hours and then you can
No, I think it's like maxes out at 7,500.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like you can only have like 5,000 Facebook friends. I'm not there yet. I don't care. Like I'm just saying, like
Mr. Popular.
Yeah, right. Well, no, I'm trying to follow you guys back because people DM me like,
Sure.
hey man, would you follow me back? I'm like, yeah, I got you. Like, who doesn't want another follow? And but I couldn't follow more people.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I always try to go through the stories though.
Okay.
But there's 7,000 people.
Yeah.
So I just keep hitting next. I'm like, I'm on the mower going lawn to lawn. And then we're gonna also talk about who's the neighbor with the trash can.
Gary.
Okay. We're gonna get back to Gary, but this is. I just was thinking about your Instagram stories, and bro, was that last summer?
I think it was. Yeah, it was last summer, and then the summer before that. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! So this is another funny story about Jake, because you're actually really freaking funny on Instagram.
Oh, thank you.
You got like this Australian thing going on. You sound like that T-Rex dad guy on some of the other things. But you were talking about like this. It looks like this Jake Meissner business mindset. Like it peered into your brain, and you're like. You just were ranting for like 9 minutes. You were sitting on the laser and you just got done cutting that field. And you're like, yeah, like it feels so good to be, shrinking my route, growing our service offering. We're not just a mowing guy anymore.
Yep.
I did a video on this talking about lawn maintenance versus lawn care business or maintenance business versus lawn care. And if you just do lawn care, yeah, you're gonna make $600, $700, $800, $1,200 a year mowing. Cool. But if you manage, like you were just alluding to, you manage the mulch, you manage the irrigation, you manage the spring and fall cleanup, maybe the snow,
the hedges. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Dude, you can balloon that single customer to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000
easily.
Yeah, easily, which is really exciting. So where did you pivot and how did you pivot? Was this just something you had like an aha moment? Because you were just rocking some like great thought process on the gram.
So I actually listened to your podcast with Corey Ballard.
Okay.
Loved it. I knew Corey obviously is very successful, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't know at 26 years old, he's running a $10 million company.
Yeah.
And then, dude,
literally,
I swear I was driving to the gym.
How old are you?
What do you mean, me right now?
Yeah,
24.
Right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 24.
Yeah,
I'm 34. Yeah, it's just crazy to think 10 million at 26, 27.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Anyway,
dude,
go ahead. I didn't want to.
And like the light bulb hit me and I'm driving, I'm going, well, yeah, I mean, he's mowing acreage on acreage, but he's probably not just mowing. He's doing everything. And that's where you're going to see the gross income just skyrocket.
Right.
You're already here doing this.
Yep.
Let's do this at the same day.
Were you nervous to get into that kind of work?
No, because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not like earth-shattering type stuff that you have to do, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to mess up some hedges? Of course. If you're not making mistakes, you're not trying, right?
Yeah.
But you get more comfortable as you go.
Sure.
So it was just like, I can trim those hedges, and then wow, it actually looks really good. I can't do that.
So like the first time you do them for $150.
Yeah.
And then you realize that should have been $600.
Yeah, you don't know your worth. Yeah.
Funny how it all goes full circle,
Elvis,
right?
man.
Was that not a good talk? He's coming to Launchpreneur Academy Live again. I don't know what he's going to talk about. I don't even give a guy like him a topic. He's very critical, like analytical, very cerebral, like on himself.
Yeah.
Like he wants to perform.
Yeah.
He's like, what topic? I'm like, I don't care, bro. Like just rock the stage for 35 minutes.
Give me a topic, Brian. I need one.
That's what he was like. He's like, well, it's your event. I don't mess this up. And I'm like, Keith, if you're talking, people are learning. Like you're just such a good dude. And that talk he did, like imagine if I would have scripted something else out for him.
Yeah.
Like the talk he gave was
the amount of people crying.
I know.
Just listening to that story and like how it's moved their lives as well.
I swear to God, if you guys haven't listened to the one with Keith talking about know your worth, he talks about this Greek dude. Do it. Yeah. And next week I went out, did leaf cleanups. I was going to do a whole day. I think it would have been like, I don't know, dude, like $700, $900. And I ended up just saying like, screw it. I basically doubled everybody's.
I was going to say, would you make $2,000 that day?
I literally did, man. $1,700.
Yep.
Like 4 days later after listening to Keith, because I was like, dude, I need to get like paid. I'm still learning too, guys.
Let's get one thing straight. You're not ripping anyone off.
Not at all.
You're not ripping anyone off. You know what that service needs to, be priced at.
100%.
And you're like, but you know what? I'm a good guy. I could do it for this price. And
yeah.
that's not, because those businesses don't exist.
No. Well,
do you think Corey Ballard would be where he is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. We can do that for 20% off.
Well, I mean, dude, I'm using a $4,000 dump insert.
Exactly.
18 grand mower and bagger. This is where we talk about, if you guys ever hear, like, you get around guys that have been in the business for any length of time, they say, know your worth and like know your numbers. Well, like, you can't keep running your leaf cleanup rate at the same as your mowing rate.
No.
So but I was way underpricing. I was like half as where I should have been. And I got a lot of feedback from YouTube videos.
Sure.
You know, spring cleanup, 145, took 1.5 hours. And people are like, that's 295 where I live. And I'm like, yeah. Well, after a while of that, I'm like, yeah, they're probably not wrong.
Yeah.
But now I'm in this pickle where how do I get that customer from 145 to 295?
Exactly.
And I like the last 2 years, you guys want to talk about pumping the brakes and very somewhat jolty in my business was like, hey, sorry, like Christine, the price this year is going to be 275. So, well, last year was only 145. Yeah, because nothing changed, right?
Yeah.
Like they see the
It's
same
the
rig,
same yard.
same rig, same people, same
Still
meat.
at that same maple right there.
Yeah.
Didn't get another maple tree.
I'm like, yeah. So she's like, well, did your insurance go up? I'm like, so if you guys ever have these awkward, like, what do I say? Look, you just got to level with people. Look, our prices were not where they need to be. Here's where we're at this year. And this is the best I can do.
And you know what? I didn't know what I didn't know
That's
at
what
the
I
time.
say. That's what I say too. I go,
I've learned a lot in this past year. So unfortunately, that is the price.
Yep.
You're more than welcome to call someone else.
So if you're ever in that same pickle and you're like, how do I get these prices up? It's always easier to get new customers at that premium, and that's what I've been doing. We've actually probably because of COVID, I lost 15 customers, but we gained like 15 customers already right back.
Boom, just like that.
But I'm doing the same amount of work and making more money. And then on other accounts, because we raised prices, we're doing less work and making more money.
Yep.
Like you can't beat that.
Can't beat it.
So, okay. So you're going full service, but so now you're continuing to grow your business. Where are you guys at today? Are you doing like all these customers, all full maintenance? Like, are you doing like, let's say we're going to do 150 grand this year.
Yeah. So we definitely have those customers that, they want the bare minimum. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
and I get that. And they're entitled.
We have them.
You're entitled to do that. That's cool. But I'm constantly searching for, and I'm always upselling, dude. Like I just texted you the other day about, hey, I saw your thing on your invoices, how you're, hey, if you refer a neighbor that signs up for annual lawn maintenance,
You did text me that.
I'll give you, two free cuts or whatever, right?
Yep.
So constantly trying to do that. But then also in those invoices or something, I'll just say, hey, blah, blah, blah. We offer this, and that as well. Keep that in, in the back of your mind.
Great tip.
Exactly. So it's just constantly putting it in the people's minds. And actually, a lot of my customers follow me on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, cool.
So when I'm posting, a hedge trimming job or a mulch job, dude, 2 or 3 customers the next day, like, hey, saw that you did such and such. Can I get a quote?
Yeah.
You got it, sister.
I like it.
Yeah.
Or do you ever get I didn't know you do.
All the time.
Right.
And now I think because I've been more minded towards going the full service route.
Sure.
It's no longer like, oh, I didn't know you did. It's like, okay, cool. I'm going to call Jake.
Yeah. Well, we just had Richie Plemons on the show.
Okay.
He was a phone-in interview, and he said the same thing. He went from like, I don't know, 150 customers to like 30. Now, like 80% of that is like huge HOAs
Sure.
and commercial sites, he said. But some of the residential are like full service. And it's funny, one of my buddies, you guys know Mike Bedell.
Yep.
You know Mike. Bedell has,
Interesting.
So if you guys know Mike, shout out to Mike Bedell. Bedell, if you listen to this, I love you. He texted me the other day. He's like, hey, thanks for the shout out, bro, when we talk about snow. He goes, we do clean up during the snow, don't we? And he like fist bump.
Yeah.
I'm like, fist bump, bro. But he, if you guys ever catch Mike Bedell in person, first thing you got to say to him, like go razz him, say, interesting. Because he's always like the lean back interest. He's surveying. He's a surveyor. And, but he's very concrete thinker,
Really, Brian?
Yeah, I'm the what do they say, like ready, fire, aim?
Yep.
But I was like let's get an attack plan, a game plan. I'm like, yo, I'm already gone.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't even know where we're going. But his business is way different than mine. Bedell is like very boutique.
Yep.
A couple dozen customers, but he does everything,
dude.
Retaining wall, this, fertilize with that,
irrigation,
cleanups. And that's okay. And he's like, hey, I only got 25 headaches versus 100.
Exactly.
And then, he goes, one thing that you got going on is route density. He goes, you're a 10 out of 10. And this is the kind of stuff that he tweaked my brain on 3 years ago when I met him.
Yep.
Because I was like, yo, I got this long customer. It's $700 a year. He goes, well, who's doing the mulch? I go, he goes, well, who's doing the fert? I go, and because when I was cutting grass, I was always looking down. I got to cut the grass.
Yeah.
I had, dude, even like just lifting my eyes 5 degrees, I never looked at the beds.
Right.
I never even thought about it.
You didn't know it was like just weed infested and it would be as simple as saying, hey, Karen, I noticed your mulch beds are kind of full of weeds. Do you want me to give you a quick quote?
Yeah.
Dude, it's amazing. Just
$400.
Just raise those eyes.
Yeah.
Couple degrees.
I never I always, people are like, hey, can you just trim that down? You know, like the tall grass,
yes.
you know, the beds. And I go, nope, that's landscaping. Anything inside the bed, that's landscaping.
Yep.
But now my eyes are way open to it.
Yeah.
So this has been your thought process and your philosophy the
last
6 months?
I would say 6 months. Yep.
Okay.
Really dialing in and focusing in on that.
I like it, dude.
Thanks.
Well, and again, we did a video. If you guys go on YouTube, type in, I think it's like maintenance business versus lawn care. And we talk about how if you wanted to make 150 grand a year, you can do it with 50 to 75 clients.
Yep.
Let me ask you this about snow. A little pivot here.
Sure.
Are you guys still doing snow removal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How you guys been with that?
So we did the videos on the HTX.
Yeah.
Did the follow-up. Since then, have purchased an F350 single cab and then purchased a used Boss Super Duty.
Okay.
8 foot.
Straight blade.
Right from Leica. It was one of his buddies.
Very cool.
It was a straight blade.
8 foot, you said?
8 foot.
8
yep.
foot. Okay.
Would like to eventually have the V.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Is it a 9.2 you have?
I've got the 9.2.
9.2.
There's like a 9.2, a 10, and maybe like an 8.6.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that the 9.2 kicks out over the wheel wells.
Yep.
Little pro tip: if you guys buy a snow plow, get one that's wide enough for the truck.
Yep.
So you don't want to be driving forward on snow. How do you like the straight blade, and how's it been working?
So, being that I had the HTX and I was a straight blade, so it was, dude, it's super easy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a very simple process. Love snow.
I love doing snow. We clean up, dude. So
you can easily clean up.
Yeah.
Imagine if you did salt, but Bedell's your guy.
Yeah. Well, one day, if I it's funny. I just don't have time for everything. And Bedell does a great job. He makes a ton on it. Well, enough. He's very happy with it. I'm happy with making a little bit on top of that. But the funny thing is, I could go get a salter and a spreader, but I'm like, I got YouTube videos, I got podcasts. I'm trying to buy land and build a home and all this other mess.
Well, you go from 10 to 12 pushes a year to then 35 to 50 salt applications. You know what I mean?
It's true.
So it's like a huge...
It's a big commitment.
Yeah.
So like when I went to Florida with Liz, we went to here at Powder World.
Yeah.
And
I remember thinking, dude, you're crazy. What if it snows?
100%.
Oh my gosh.
But we looked at the 10-day, and it was a 4-day trip.
Yep.
But the 10-day, it was all clear, which is always still a gamble in Michigan.
Sure.
Because you get a clipper instantly. But it was 4 days.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Bedell did 1 or 2 salt runs. So snow and salt, it's a real commitment.
Absolutely. Dude,
So-
I don't sleep at night when I know a storm's coming.
No, nobody does.
I just don't, I stress myself out, what's going to go wrong? And I'm like, I'm running this route 15 times. Why am I so stressed out?
Dude, you know how I look at it? Because I got a guy, he DM'd me once, and because it was 11 o'clock, the snow's going to end at 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yep.
And it's one of those tough ones, because once it's done at 4, man, it's go mode.
Yeah.
Because all the homeowners wake up, they expect their drive done.
Why isn't my driveway done?
All the commercial people, they're like, why is their drive done? I'm like, bro, it just literally got done snow 2 hours ago.
And I'm here right now.
And of course, you got the guy who's opening up the store at 6 a.m. because he's a hero.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I love you type of, just take a day off. Just close the store. There's 8 inches of snow. What are you doing? Endangering people's lives. Or the people that go to Olive Garden. They're my people. They're like, I got to get the Olive Garden, get my breadsticks.
Oh, that's funny.
It's 8 inches of snow. I call my Olive Garden people. I'm like, it's Sunday, it's 3 o'clock. Why
are you driving?
Why are you driving?
Yep.
There's 8 inch snow. So it's an emergency. But to them, soup and salads.
Dude.
Soup Toscano.
Unlimited breadsticks?
I can't really slate them, I guess. But the snow and salt game, it's good money. But I had a guy DMing me, and he's like, what do you do the night before? He's like, how do you ever sleep? I go, I don't.
Yeah.
Nobody sleeps.
I'm talking to you right now.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I go, why do you think I'm on Instagram, bro? My mind's racing.
Yep.
But dude, you fire up the truck at 4 a.m. It's dark. Ain't nobody up. The truck's covered in snow.
It's so peaceful.
It's so peaceful, bro. And my philosophy is, I'm like a bowling ball that's just got to stay in the lane.
Yep.
I might bounce from side to side.
Yeah.
But I don't really care.
No one talks about just hearing your wheels go over the snow. The crunch, dude.
Well, it's now everybody's cool because of the gram. So they take their phone, they hang their phone out the window.
Oh yeah, and while they're plowing.
One-handed.
Dude, I'm not coordinated. I'm a very coordinated individual. I don't know how you guys are doing this.
When you see people doing that, nobody's driving.
No.
Because you got to be pointed straight.
Yeah.
You got it on the stick shift, and they got it on the controller, and your phone's out the window. Don't do that, okay? Unless you're trying to do it for the gram.
The only dude, Leica, he'll have these stories. I'm like, bro, That's incredible
Yeah,
what
how'd
you're
you get
doing.
that
Yeah.
shot? How'd you get that
And
shot?
he's like going around poles and stuff. And I'm like,
no. You know, he's like,
I'd
using
have an
his
insurance claim in 5 minutes.
knee. Yeah, if your insurance agency is that, who's driving the truck? Don't worry about it. Seeing blind dog. All right, we're gonna continue into this story. We're gonna change it up a little bit here again from the show sponsors with the ISO tunes, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying this. We have no script. This is just a casual conversation. I told Jake, he's like, well, what do you want to talk about? I go, I don't know. Let's hit record and
see what happens.
We're 31 minutes in, so let's keep it going. If you guys are enjoying this, thanks for all the ratings and reviews that have been coming in as well. So let's do this. Let's hear from ISOtunes, and we'll get right back into it.
Step up your hearing protection game this season with ISOtunes. Our headphones merge high-quality audio with noise-blocking earplugs. So ditch those hot and heavy muffs or upgrade your non-protective earbuds. Our newest release, ISOtunes Pro 2.0, offers 16 hours of battery life and is completely waterproof. Treat your ears to OSHA-certified hearing protection at isotunes.com today.
All right. Well, cool deal. We'll appreciate you guys, of course, supporting ISOtunes. And again, you know, guys, take your hearing serious. Jake's using the pros. I'm rocking the pros. And if you guys want to drink the Kool-Aid, go for it. Okay.
Yeah, honestly.
If you don't want to drink the Kool-Aid and rock the ISOtunes or the Kujos or whatever, hey, no big deal. Just wear something that's going to protect your hearing. And I like the ISOtunes because, hey, they're not big, hot, sweaty earmuffs. You know, you don't get that killer white tan line.
Dude, I'm getting warm just with these headphones on.
I know. My garage is about 100 degrees right now.
Can you imagine being outside wearing something like this?
Oh, well, I mean, I like wearing head cans spring and fall for cleanups.
Yeah.
Because there's so much coordination.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. But with Moen, dude, I put the ISOtunes in, and we're rocking podcasts all day. Listen to Paul Jameson, Julio, all these different guys with their podcasts. So, all right. So present day, we're talking about snow. We'll just keep on the snow topic for a minute. What, you still got the HTX
I do. It's
Yeah.
collecting dust in the shop.
for sale?
I did put it on Facebook Marketplace just to see, you know, what it's going for.
Yeah.
Got some really like low ball offers. I'm
course.
like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks. Not looking to sell right now.
I mean, you can put that on a half ton. You can put it on a Jeep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
and you get the stainless.
Dude, and it's solid. Like I've used that in a storm, 12 inches, and I used it at the little plug Clausen Steakhouse. They're a great client of mine.
Okay.
And dude, a foot of snow.
Yeah.
It's an acre parking lot.
Yeah.
Handled it no problem.
No kidding.
Like I was actually shocked.
Yeah. Well, because when we did the video, and you were messaging me a bunch back and forth, you're like, dude, I don't know. Like, should I even get the half ton? You're like, I can't really get into a 3/4 ton.
Yep.
You could have, but like, there's just probably a lot going on.
Yeah, exactly.
And-
I didn't know what I didn't know. and-
Yeah. So I was like, well, I'm like, I don't know if you want to jump in that big. And you're like, well, I can pay cash for this plow and like go to the next level, at least start getting the snowball
Sure.
rolling. Right. And, how much was the HTX, if you don't mind me asking?
I believe out the door with everything, it was like 6,200.
Okay. So still a couple bucks.
I mean, yeah, I mean, definitely.
It's robust. I was really impressed with it when we did that parking lot video.
Yeah.
If you guys want to check out YouTube, we have a video for everything apparently. But what was it? Half ton versus
versus
3/4 ton.
if you just type in Boss HTX, it's gonna pop up.
You'll come up.
Yeah.
I think you probably got the top Boss HTX video.
Well, you know, I'm pretty cool.
Getting those residual followers on
Yeah,
Instagram, you know?
hey.
And that pays rent somehow. You know what I'm saying? All you guys, I get people all the time like, hey man, would you rather I pay you or give you a shout out? They're like, oh, shout out all day long.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, dude. So all you guys trying to collect Instagram followers, it pays super well. All right, so now you got the new straight blade, and the what truck do you have? You got a 3/4 ton.
It's a F350.
It's a 1 ton.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What year? How many?
It
miles?
is a 2010, and I
Okay.
bought it with I think 82,000 miles.
Yeah.
Like super low miles.
White,
Black.
black. Is
The,
it-
the white one's out there. The
white one.
The F150.
Okay, yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, the black Jake Meissner truck. And then you got the trailer.
Yep.
Trailer was last year?
Last year, got it enclosed. It's used. I think it's a 2014. It's a 7x16.
Okay.
Again, didn't know what I didn't know. I want an 8.5 foot wide.
Yeah.
Dude.
Am I right or am I right? When I do these
You're-
videos.
Absolutely, you're right.
Well, not that I need the plug, but I watch so many other guys and they're like, don't get the 7x16.
Yeah.
No, or 7x14. Great trailer.
Yeah, if you're doing just lawn maintenance and like
Yes.
landscaping, awesome.
Yeah.
Fall cleanups, good luck.
Yeah, you can't
No.
get the bagger in there
Dude, I have to carry the
Yeah.
bagger
Every
in
time.
and out of the trailer.
every time.
Yeah, every time.
Oh my God. So we're talking about enclosed trailers. Now utility trailer 7.5 by 14 or 7.5 by 16 utility trailer. Well, 7.5 feet times 12 is, whatever, 82 inches, let's just say.
But you're gonna make it.
Yeah, you can at least get the bagger. So when you buy a bagger for a zero turn, you got this like 12-inch, what do you call it, like auger impeller thing.
Yep.
The vacuum that's sitting on the side. Well, when you get a 7x14 trailer, you can't put that on there.
So my first single axle 7x14 had high wood sides. I could fit with the discharge.
Oh, okay.
On it. So like, I mean, dude, it was tight.
7 feet though.
Yeah, it was 7. It was
tight.
It was really tight.
Yeah.
But it at least worked.
That's good. Now the 7x14 trailer. Here's the thing. I love 7x14 trailers because it is a smaller footprint.
Yep.
Than a big 8.5 by 16. Like I have an 8.5 by 16 foot enclosed trailer. I think Bedell's got the 20. 22
thing's a monster.
I don't know. Bedell went all in. Like because he's rich. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Bedell.
That free landscaper.
The free man. He throws his money into assets. And but he's got the double thick floor, the double thick ramp.
Yeah.
No vents. He's got the E-track on the wells. Like he knew what he was doing on his re-up. But that when you have a 20 foot or an 8.5 wide, it's just working room.
Yep.
That 7x14, you put a mower or two. You got 2 mowers or one?
I have a 36-inch walk behind for like the gated yards.
Okay.
And then I have a 60-inch new Laser X series.
Yeah.
And then I also still have the other X series, kind of like a backup when I don't need a backup. So I think that's going to be my fall cleanup unit.
Okay.
Just to keep the wear and tear off the new one.
So did you buy a brand new laser?
I did.
Look at you.
About 4 weeks ago.
I was gonna say I saw you. Did you do a demo and get it, or did you just go up?
So I demoed the Staros. I just wanted for peace of mind, just see what it's like.
See how you like it.
Cool mower.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like spring cutting, dude.
Yeah.
And grass 9 inches every week.
Wasn't keeping up.
It just doesn't cut it.
No, I agree.
Like, hey, great mower.
Yeah.
So like for like what you're doing right now with the burnt lawns and stuff.
Yep.
Even when it's
weekly growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Love standing. Very comfortable. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get another big dog. Love the X series. It's fantastic.
Yep.
Every time you're on it, you're making money.
15.4 with the Kohler or the Cowie?
Come on, Kohler.
Okay. So 15.4.
No, dude. I think it was...
Mine was 15.4.
Oh, it must be nice.
I'm just...
So I had him throw on the discharge, the OCD
400.
shoot. And then what was the other thing I had?
Tractus? You get Tractus?
No, but dude, out the door it was like 17.
Oh, wow.
Prices went up.
Jeez, old Pete's, man. This stuff never ends.
No.
It's just crazy. I don't know who at these companies is making these numbers up. And I love Exmark. Trust me. I bleed red. But it's just like, but here's the thing. Some of you guys are listening to, you guys think like 15, 17 grand is a lot of money. And it is. And it is. Nobody's discrediting that. But do you make money on that mower?
Dude, like I was just talking to my brother-in-law about this.
Yeah.
So somebody said, dude, you paid, because he has the exact same mower as me with the red tack and everything.
Okay.
So the guy was like giving him this hard time about, dude, you just spent $17,000 on a mower. And he goes, okay, let's think about this for a second. Let's just say you're making, we'll keep it very simple, $2 grand gross.
Yep.
All right, let's say 30 weeks, even though we know it's 28 typically around here, but 60 grand gross.
Yep.
Then you have a warranty on this new mower. Anything goes wrong, you don't pay a dime
to fix it.
So for 4 years, you're making, we said 60 grand a year, times that by 4. You're making $240,000 in 4 years gross, and you have no headache with the mower.
Yeah.
You do the math, bro. Like it's worth it. And
peace of mind.
Peace of mind and 0% for 4 years.
I love that. Well, and that's the thing too. When you get started in business, you start getting shell shocked.
Yes.
Because you're like 9 grand this, 12 grand that, trailers 10 grand. Weed whips and blowers are always $300, $400, $500.
Yep.
That's fine. In fact, I had a conversation with one of the higher ups at Steel.
Okay.
They're one of the show sponsors, which is really cool. I mean, Fullerton Unfiltered sponsor have one of their sponsors is Steel, like handheld power equipment. Like that's a personal win for me. I'm
that's
like,
so cool.
I'm selling Steel. I'm like, yo, podcasting. Like this is where it's at. It's because I'm selling people. I mean, all day long. Like, dude, we got this audience. Like, you guys should sponsor. Like, you guys need to get in front of these people.
Yeah.
And so we were actually talking about, I took the guard off because they are very, very like, they have a gentleman that works for them.
What's his name?
I can't even, I'm not going to say.
No, I was thinking of the guy who does the safety.
Mark Parker.
Oh,
no. Mark's with Bryant. They're the distributor. No, Mark.
My bad.
Mark's a totally different silo, but he's an amazing dude.
Okay.
He's coming to the Entrepreneur Academy.
Sorry, I'm an idiot.
No. Well, if you listen to the podcast, you would know.
Dude, I'm on episode like 63.
Well, Richie Plemons scored episode 69.
Richie Plemons long landscape.
I got put the goat on 69. So, but anyway, I was talking to we get so distracted. But I was talking to one of the higher ups at Steel, and they're like, because I took the guard off, and they have this lawyer guy that works for them on staff. Because they have probably a bunch of them. But this guy, he's like responsible for all safety.
Okay.
So like if you hold like a chainsaw, and if you hold a chainsaw right-handed, left hand on the loop handle, your thumb needs to be tucked underneath. So when we were there for their influencer event, if your thumb was on top, all photos, all video, everything.
Gone.
Cut, delete, cannot put it out there. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So this guy literally gets paid probably, $200,000 a year.
Sure.
I mean, his pants, I bet you have more starch than anybody that you've ever met. Like if he took them off, they'd probably stand up. And so this guy's actually really cool. I'm not going to give his name out, but this guy's really, really cool. But I mean, imagine the stressful position he's in.
Absolutely.
Like, so you got guys with like cutoff saws, weed whips, chainsaws, chaps, and he's like, he's melting down. There's 9 influencers there, like me, Keith Kalfa, Stanley Dirt Monkey, all these people, right? Yeah. And this guy's like, yo, this is the Wild Wild West. Yeah. Like, and he's like, I got to control all this content. And so anyway, it goes back to like the trimmer. I take the guard off, and that's a big no, right, for a lot of these companies, because they're like, the way it was sold is the way that it has to be operated because OSHA says. And I'm like, yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, you can take the guard off. My opinion, of course. This is not endorsed by Fullerton Unfiltered. Yeah. But anyway, they were like, here's what the lady had said to me, and she's a great gal. Like, we have a great relationship. And she goes, well, if you would just keep the guard on, it would extend the life of the engine. 4x, let's say, or multiples over. Because when we were even there, they took one of those like temperature endoscopes or something like that.
I remember hearing about this.
They wrapped it around the engine block, and they were able to measure like the RPMs, and then like they measured the heat, and the block was clearly like from an 8-inch trimmer line to tapping it twice and having it at 10 inches. What is that? 25% more, 20% more. Well, the engine was like 50% hotter.
So that's insane.
It was because all the torque, the torque and all the stress. And so she was like razzing me. She's like, well, if you would just leave the trimmer guard on. And I'm like, I go, let's just say her name is Jill. I go, hey, Jill, here's the thing. As an entrepreneur, I'm looking for ROI. I don't care if the trimmer's $350. Yeah. I'm going to make $30,000 on this thing.
Exactly.
Or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, I don't even care. She's like, well, you can get 20% more life if you leave the guard on.
I understand.
I go, when you look at like the graphs, because that's what you guys do all day. Cool. Yep. I'm like, but for guys in the field, I'm ripping the guard off in 10 seconds.
Dude, can you imagine if you left the guard on and just to time how much longer you'd be trimming?
My employee would quit.
Well, absolutely.
So there's 8 hours.
Just think of the swath pattern of just like going around a turn or something. Yeah. He's there an extra 10 seconds. Trying, he
would literally quit. Yeah. He's like, this isn't how it's supposed to go on. My guy, Rob, he's 20. I mean, he doesn't have a background in lawn landscaping. He's getting really, really good at what we're doing, but he would quit. He'd be like, this is like ridiculous. This is completely inefficient. But again, when you look at these $18,000 lawnmowers or these $12,000 mowers or these $10,000 trailers, when you're just getting started, you're like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. But then you start making $250,000 a year in your business, and you're like, dude, just give me another one. I don't even care. Use them, burn them up, make money. Use them. It doesn't mean don't be.
Don't like not maintain your stuff.
Yeah,
but
be efficient, be profitable. Don't just go buy one because Brian says you can make $200,000. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things. But it's still a lot of money. Yeah,
absolutely. And I don't know why I was so scared to take that jump for forever. Like I'd be like, oh, I need a used mower. I got to play it safe. And
because it costs as much as a car, bro.
Yeah, but like you got to think things through, Jake. Like, hello. Yeah. Well, if something goes wrong, I'm down for a week because Weingarts, blah blah blah. Yeah. And no big deal. Like that, it's business. I get it.
A week's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, around in like most.
Yeah. Sometimes it's 2.
Sometimes some people it's 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. So, but then you're paying for the the labor and then the parts
and then the lost revenue.
Yeah. And like I've been super blessed with Weingarts buying used stuff. Have not really had any major issues. Cool. Which is great. But it was time to have that. Yeah, the headache, it's gone.
I'm a big fan of buying new with mowers and my hand tools because, especially as an owner operator, I can't afford for things to go down.
Exactly.
And if you're a mechanic and you're really mechanically inclined and you can fix this crap, go get used because you're gonna save a lot of money. Yep. But for me, if something's burning out or blowing up or melting, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to get customers. I'm more front of the house. Yeah. No, I dig it, man. This is fun right here. Well, let me ask you this. So where are we at today? So are you growing your snow business? Are you growing your landscaping business? Where do you see things over the next couple of years?
So definitely honing in on more commercial accounts for snow removal.
Yeah, me too.
Dude, it's just there's so much money in it. Way less complaints. Yeah. Just have the parking lot clear for when my employees come in. Yep. And guess what? When they go home, it is what it is. Just have it clear for the next day.
24 hours from now.
Fantastic.
I love that.
Not a problem. Versus, little Cindy, she's wondering why isn't my driveway clear? Oh, yeah, the snow stopped 10 minutes ago. I thought you'd be here.
And you ain't kidding. If you do snow, you know what we're talking about.
You know exactly what we're talking about.
I get the text. At 5 a.m, I'm like, go to bed. Like you clearly, and this is way pre-COVID. Yeah. This isn't COVID stuff, right? Like this is January, February. dude, you shouldn't be going to work when there's 10 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Like, find a different employer.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying what you do isn't important, because it is, but telecommute or just take the day off.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be okay. And some people are like, well, I got to go get my Olive Garden breadsticks. And I'm like, well, now they do like, what's the Uber Eats? So get it delivered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And make them deal with it. But yeah, so
I should double up as my plow truck. Also Uber
Eats at the same time.
Seriously, I'm going to go plow my routes. I'm going to Uber Eats. And then in between there, I'm going to do my tidy ups.
There you go.
I'm changing the game.
Yeah.
I'm going to do both at the same time. Nice.
But backtracking a little bit, I would say shrinking down the client list. We have like 80 some clients.
Right now?
I would like, right now.
Okay.
That's cool. I can stay at that number, but I want to offer more full service clients and just get rid of the people that, we just want the lawnmower.
Are you still pruning some of the like you said, the bottom feeder accounts where it's just mowing?
If they want it, we're going to do it. But you know how people are just, it is what it is.
Yeah. So. No, I mean, even the $34 cuts that I get, I'll take them. But I'm in this weird predicament with 2 different days. One, beautiful route density, awesome mowing, tons of aeration customers, no snow. Not a single one of them do snow.
Sweet.
Then my other route, super tight, all mowing, no additional services. Dude, no cleanups, no aerations, no overseeds. But literally, like, let's say there's 31 accounts on that day. It's my Thursday route.
Well, you got 30 snow accounts?
I literally have like 18 snow accounts.
Okay.
Which is like super profitable.
Yeah.
Because we make more doing snow than we do with lawn. Like, if you really break it down. And so I'm like, like one is like super tight routes with mowing and all these services, no snow. And I'm like, come on. So I'm trying to get more commercial snow too.
Yeah.
We had 6 commercial sites, I think, last year.
Okay.
But dude, I could easily double that.
Yeah. Hands down.
Yeah. I mean, well, even with doing all the stuff that we're doing for YouTube and Instagram and messing around all day with social media, I love plowing snow.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make, $2-3 grand a night. No problem.
No, and then, dude, but like, again, think if you were doing salt too. And like, I definitely want to get into the salt game. I'm not there yet, but
well, I'm trying to help my friends get rich. Yeah. Richer, more rich, right? But right, Bedell. So, Bedell's got a bunch of projects he's working on, and he's just socking money away. That guy's next to Donald Trump Jr. So
seriously.
All right. Well, this has been really good, dude. Anything else you want to talk about while we got you here? I just, for real, I really have been impressed with you. Your character. You're a good dude. I've really got to get to know you the last few years. You're really responsive. You're very respectful. Your business is growing. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You're 24?
24.
Engaged. Almost married.
Just got the pup too.
I know. Talk about the dog. What do you got the dag dog?
So my fiance Samantha, she said, so I think it's time to get a dog.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's code for I want kids, but we'll get a dog.
She's got a niece now. We'll worry about that when it's time.
Yeah, there's the birth control.
As you say, still practicing, right?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay, so anyway, she's like, oh yeah, I want a dog. I'm like, okay, cool. What do you think? Like, I really like a Bernese Mountain Dog. I'm like, awesome, beautiful dog. Where's the breeder? Texas.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. How are we gonna do that? She goes, well, I think we can fly down and then we'll get the puppy and then we'll fly back the same day. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a really long day, right? Like, and this
expensive day.
And this is a puppy. Like, this is not like a dog. This is a whiny, pissing everywhere like dog. And she's like, I'm ready.
This is so exciting.
The dog was her Christmas gift.
Okay.
COVID hits, dude.
Yeah.
Like, no one's traveling.
No.
We got to go get the dog.
Yeah, I traveled. I didn't care. Because
we can't talk about this.
Can't talk about it.
Oh,
do you wear
God.
a mask? Do you wear a mask right now?
Do you see a mask on me?
Y'all can wear your mask. I'm not wearing a mask. But I got kicked out of Panda Express.
Really?
Yeah, I refused to wear a mask. Don't email me. One guy emailed me. He's like, no, wearing a mask is not responsible. I literally was like, dude, do you?
Dude, I've gotten into this with even my buddy who helps me, Louie. Like, we've gotten into it.
Such a scam.
But so we fly down to Texas.
Yeah.
COVID's happening.
I watched this whole story play out on Instagram.
No one's on the plane practically.
Yeah.
We fly down. Our breeder, fantastic people.
Okay.
Woodland Burners. If you're looking for a dog,
Yeah.
that's who you get. They're in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
They were like so accommodating.
Yeah.
One flight got canceled. We were going to fly into Fort Love. Well, the plane got delayed and everything, so it affected the plane ride home.
Oh.
So we're like, okay, and we found another flight, but it was at Fort Worth. So we flew into Fort Worth. The breeder's there with our puppy.
Yeah.
Fantastic. They then take us to the other airport that's 20 minutes away.
Oh, wow.
So we can go through security. Dude, I mean, it was bang, 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 bang.
Oh, yeah.
Pick up the dog. Okay, cool. Nice meeting you. Thank you. We love the dog. And then we got on the next plane
Wow.
and flew home.
This was January, February, or like March, April? Yeah.
March 22nd.
So I went, dude, that's really cool because I was watching the whole stories.
Yeah.
Because I was telling Liz, I'm like, they're getting a dog, Lola.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what kind of dog is it?
Bernese Mountain Dog.
Okay, I thought it was like an Australian Shepherd or something at first, but that wasn't correct at all.
Dude.
It's cutest dog ever.
Thank you.
Well, it's funny because this was in March, and I don't know if I had just traveled to Ballard or I didn't.
I think you were like a day or two before or after, because I was like, oh, Brian's okay, cool. Like he's with me on this one. He's traveling too.
No, dude, you know what it really was? I was like, yo, Jake's traveling, I'm traveling. because I remember waking up at the Holiday Inn or whatever it was, right across the street from the Des Moines, Iowa airport. Mm-hmm. And bro, I woke up at 5:51. Literally at 6:02, I was on my airplane.
Yeah.
I mean, I woke up at 5:51.
Dude.
I mean, a minute across, like the shuttle was ready. I went across the street. I was already through TSA and on my airplane, on the airplane. There was nobody.
For people who are not into people, like I think you and I can agree.
Oh,
we're not a huge people fan.
Yeah.
Fantastic time to travel.
Amazing.
Let me tell you.
There was nobody there. Nobody selling me anything. Nobody trying to spritz my arm with perfume. I was like, get away from me.
This is good perfume. Try it.
Yeah. Try it. Try using this for your hair. I'm like, get away from me. I hate those people. God bless those people. But anyway, so dude, you got the dog. It's been what, 3 months now? March, April, May, June, July. So 4 months.
Yeah.
Wow. How's puppy training going?
Dude, it's going so great. She's such a smart dog. Like she makes
cute.
me look like a master trainer. I'm like, dude, you're just so brilliant. Like I say one thing and you figure it out.
You get the little peanut butter treats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think we have them, but Samantha has a very specific regimen that we follow for the dog.
My dog Teddy, you guys have seen him on the gram, and you were just playing with him up here for a second. He's very, very intelligent. Like the guy knows arithmetic. Yeah. Like he's he should go work for Elon Musk because this dog is super smart. Because like when you try to give him like a treat, he knows sit, crawl, paw, double paw, speak, the whole deal. So what he does though for the treat, he just does them all. Yeah. Like as soon as you're like, you want a treat? He just he does a backflip. He just does them all. Yeah. I feel like a proud dog dad. I'm like, oh my God, like my son. I hope it's like that when I have real children. Hopefully.
Probably not. They don't follow his directions as good, I think.
Hopefully they're achievers. But anyway, this is funny. All right, open mic. Anything else you want to leave the audience while we got you?
I would say,
talking to the Jake 5 years ago.
Yeah, like in the words of Keith Calvis, you do have to know your worth.
I dig it.
Dude, I've been through so many situations where people try and either lowball me after the work's been done. Yeah. They agree on pricing. Dude. Yeah. I've had people approve an estimate.
Okay.
I do the job. Yeah. A week later, they're asking me, why did this cost this, and that? Oh. And I'm like,
did you line item?
Not everything.
Okay.
Because I've learned that through the podcast too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why are you approving the estimate, having me do the work, and then you're asking me a week later?
What happened? Tell me what happened. What'd you do? Because I've gotten that with people. I did a cleanup, and they said it wasn't immaculate.
I explained the situation at hand, and
didn't get ugly.
It didn't get too ugly, but it could have.
Yeah.
And I just said, look, I'm happy to give you an estimate for the future because obviously there was a problem.
Sure.
Which of course it was my fault, not their fault.
Of course.
Never.
Right.
So I said, yeah, happy to give you another estimate come this time in the fall to take care of that area. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And she's like, no.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
That's fine.
And they want money back. So you approved the estimate. We did the work. It is what it is.
I like it. I've always heard with people when you guys are trying to get customers, like. I don't know how to really phrase this, but like you got to be willing to walk away. Like you can't need work because then you can start commanding the better pricing.
Yep.
And that's it's tough to fake that, because you kind of that oozes through your pores. You're like, yo, dude, I need to feed my family.
Yeah.
Like I need $50 now.
Exactly.
Or my trimmer just went out. It's $120. Yeah. I dropped it off. I don't know how I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like if you guys have ever had these thoughts, bro, I have went through this for a decade.
Yeah.
And it's real. And I'm like, yo, I've got 72 hours to figure out how to make $125 to fix my trimmer. Yo, aeration's on sale, $50.
Yep.
And I would do stuff like that because I was always I was in the survival mode.
Yeah.
But I wish I heard a Keith Kalfas, the Know Your Worth talk. It's on YouTube. It's on my podcast. It's on his podcast. But because you were at our live event.
Yep.
Did that have an impact on you?
Absolutely.
Changing your course direction of your business?
Dude, that was the first step.
Sure.
Like hearing that stuff. And then, but that's where I have to commend you, like this podcast, dude, and what everyone else is doing. Like there are so many resources in front of you. And if you're not taking advantage of them, shame on you.
For sure.
Because your podcast and keeping up with you on Instagram and all that kind of stuff, and you sharing your experiences. Oh, well, I went through that actually last week, and this is how I handled it. It has given me and equipped me with so much more confidence on how to handle a situation.
I like that. That's good to know, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the content's helping.
Absolutely it is.
When you guys shoot me DMs on Instagram, like you got to realize, like, I get them. Like I'm on the other end.
Yeah.
And it sounds weird because like you message Casey Neistat, he's not getting back with you. Okay.
Yeah.
The guy's got 30 million followers, whatever. He gets 50,000 DMs a day.
Yeah.
I get 200 DMs a day. I can still keep up with it.
Sure.
It's a lot. But when you guys are like going through this stuff, I don't know. This is just how I feel. It's nice knowing that there's somebody on the other end that's going through the same
You're not
nonsense.
alone. Ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Ever.
Dude, for sure. And when you guys like DM me and you're like, hey, I'm thinking about starting a business. I'm like, bro, what kind of questions you got? I did a coaching call with a guy the other day, and I was talking to him about marketing. We talked about marketing for a half hour because he's just getting started. And he goes, well, this has been really, really good. He's like, man, I hope like, you know, I can get back in touch with you. And I go, what are you talking about? He's like, well, he's like, you know, I got to buy another coaching call. I'm like, just email me.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, just email me. I said, hey, you're going to get I just told you to get all this marketing stuff done. You're going to go spend $1,000 getting your postcards, your flyers, your shirts, your brand, your logo. And I said, email me the logo before you approve it. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, email it to me.
I want to see what you're doing.
Yeah. He goes, you would take a look at it? I go, yeah, this is what I do for you guys. This is what I do with you guys. I wish somebody would do that for me.
Yeah.
Hey, change the color scheme. You know, there's a guy, Wyatt, he has a trailer. It was like green, black, and white. And he like originally went with like a black piping border versus a white or white instead of the black. And I said, hey, dude, switch that out. Just change it out because his graphics design company was going to do the wrap.
Okay.
And I said, hold on. I said, just ask him for a different proof with white piping instead of the black on, I think, the phone number.
Okay.
And he's like, you think? I go, yeah, trust me. And so he got it back and it looked, I don't take credit for it, but I'm just saying it looks 5 times better. He agreed, I agreed, and he goes, dude, thank you. And I go, bro, let's do this.
I think so many people too are afraid of reaching out and maybe getting, not because you're never going to get negative criticism or anything. You're just going to get corrective criticism. And so it's just like, you know what? Hey, I've been in business, you know, maybe 10, 12 years. This is what I would do. But you don't have to do that. I'm just giving you some tips and thoughts. Well, that's all.
Soundboarding.
Yes.
I do that all day.
Yep.
With so many people. I do it with you.
Yeah.
I do
absolutely.
it with Bedell. I do it with so many people. I'm like, hey, man, what do you think about this?
Yep.
Hey, what would you do in this scenario? You know, it makes you got to be vulnerable. Like you said, you got to be also willing to take some constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Now, somebody is like, dude, you're a loser, and they bash you. Okay, like
you don't need that person in your life.
You don't need that person in your life. Yeah. But if you guys got questions, man, like shoot me an email. You know, I'll give me a couple days to get back with you because I get a lot of stuff like this. But I love helping you guys out. And you know, when you guys use the codes, you know, here's the affiliate plug. You know, but when you guys use the codes, like it makes me a small commission where I can take time to focus on stuff like this.
Yes.
And I'm not saying I'm like, you know, 1-800 lawn care, you know, with your customer service here. And I don't have it all figured out. But that's what these guys at Keith Kalfas, the Stanley Dirt Monkey, some of these guys, even B&B with in Top Notch, and some of these guys that have great businesses and great history and thought process, they can help you guys out.
Absolutely.
So like I always say, like press into the community.
Absolutely.
You know, hey, selfishly, and this isn't to like, you know, hey, how was it? But the live event last year, was it good or what?
Dude, I loved it.
Give me like just talk about it for 10 seconds because you had a great experience. I know you were like on the fence about coming, and then you came and you were like, I'm so glad I came.
Yeah.
But what do you think? We're gonna do it again.
Oh, I'll definitely be there.
You are you?
Oh, absolutely.
It's coming. It's
absolutely.
Coming. Tickets go on sale in like 2 weeks or so.
Okay.
What was your thought process going into it and coming out of it?
It was just so, dude, you learned from every person that spoke. The thing that just opened my eyes was Stanley when he was talking about, and you even saw this on the Instagram story, 2008 hit.
Yeah.
And, you know, he cut his business in half.
Yes.
And he made the same amount of money.
Yep.
That year in 2009.
Yep.
And it was just like,
working less hard, making more money.
Yes.
Who doesn't like the sound of that?
Work smarter, not harder, man.
Yeah. And then, yeah, go ahead.
Just being surrounded by like, and like you said, there's people in your corner. This is a team. Everybody it used to be 5-10 years ago. Like if you saw another lawn care company, it's like, oh,
don't talk to
what's
them.
up?
Yeah.
Like cool.
Yeah.
Now, dude, I'm waving to every crew I see because we are all in this together. We're responsible to increase the industry, bring up the economy. Like when we all step up, everyone wins, dude.
I dig it. And in fact, I was at Coney Island today getting breakfast, lunch, because, dude, I swear to God, we did like 9 lawns by, I don't know, like 10 a.m. We did a batch of 2, a batch of 4, and a batch of 3.
And you're dripping after that at this point.
You get it.
94 today.
Dude, for real. So I was like, yo, we're calling like lunch at 9:45.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, if you guys are out there doing this, like I'm not superhuman. Like I get tired, I get whiny. Like Jake was over, he goes, do you look tired? I go, bro, I went to bed at 1:30. I heard a bump in the night. I
Concrete saw.
Yeah. Well, I had a bump in the night. Something hit in my house. I'm exercising my Second Amendment rights by, walking around my house and saying, who is out there? And Liz is like, who is it? And my dog's going, rah, rah, which is always great when you're house. So I'm freaked out. We're doing that. Then I go to bed for 2 hours. And dude, swear to God, 6:45 in the morning. I mean, the whole house is shaking like just, going, and I'm like, what is that? No, concrete saw 20 feet out my window. Some contractor out there at 6:45 in the morning, slicing up the road.
Yep.
I'm like, I will kill you. Actually, I said, I'll pay you $100 to stop. That's what I said. I told Liz, I'm like, I will pay him to stop. I don't care what he's getting paid. I will pay you your day rate to stop that saw. Give me another 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like you guys, man. I get tired. I get whiny. I get cranky. And then we get on the podcast. I'm like, hey, Brian's on maintenance,
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where, man, I get tired too. But I have no idea what we're talking about.
You were talking about Leo's and Coney Island.
Yeah.
You got
This is what happens.
lunch.
This is what happens. I'm so fatigued. So we were at lunch, and there's these 3 guys. That same thing. They had already like called a early lunch. He's like, yeah, dude, I took my crew out. We're going to get breakfast, and he stopped me because he saw the videos.
Yeah.
He's like, Brian's on maintenance. I turn around and go, what's up, dude? And he goes, dude, I watch your videos. I go, what up, though? And we were just cool, just talking to the guy, but that wouldn't exist 10 years ago.
No.
Like lawn care guys talking to other lawn care guys.
Not a chance.
And it always goes full circle. And this is probably the last thing I'll say is Troy Clogg on the video that we did about his tour. He said, if the industry is going to raise its rates and prices, it's all based on us.
Yep.
And we got to elevate together.
Yep.
And I thought that was so cool because it wasn't this like external source. Like, what if the economy? What if the customers?
Yep.
No, it's based on us, like you said, and knowing your worth.
Absolutely.
And you're a great example of that. So when guys are like, well, all these big guys, or Brian's Law Maintenance, who got started 14 years ago. You've been in business for how many years? Like officially?
Officially 3. This is 3rd season.
3rd season. You're buying new trucks, 18 grand, 17 grand mowers, new trailers. You're reinvesting. Business is good. Cash flow is good.
Cash flow is good, yeah.
And you're making money.
Yeah.
So the industry is alive as well. So if some of these guys that are just getting started or thinking about making a career change, what do you say?
Do it.
Go all in?
All in.
I dig.
This is the time to do it. I like it sounds crazy with COVID and stuff happening. This is actually the time to do it.
I feel like our industry, every single company I talk to, commercial sales are up 30% for $1 billion company.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty good. Well, they did a sponsored video with your boy.
Yep.
I mean,
come on now.
Connect the dots.
Why do you think this is happening?
Yeah, I'll just take my 1% equity. You know what I mean? That doesn't happen, by the way. But this company's up 92%. This company's up 50%. My sales in what did we just wrap up? June are up big time. And we have less clients. We've done more work, less clients, same amount of work, I should say, but more money.
Yep.
Because guys, I'm still learning every day.
Yeah.
And that's what's super exciting about all this. So, all right, Jake Meissner, where can people find you again?
Instagram at Jake's Lawn Care 248. And then my personal account, Meissner, MEISSNER _ Jake.
And excuse me, but the dog has an Instagram.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. I want to get it right, or my fiance is going to wring my neck.
It's like at Lola _bear.
Dude, you're so close. Okay, so it's at Lola _burner, BERNER _ bear.
Okay, I was close.
So
is that weird that I keep up with that?
Dude, I love that. That makes me happy that you're keeping up with it. But
I do. I love you guys.
Honestly,
man.
if you're gonna follow anyone, follow Lola because she's super cute and so smart.
She's a cute. I watch all the stories when you get home and you're like rolling and she's messing around and I'm like, and then I get home and my dog. Dude, I get home at 4:00. My dog. Tasmanian devil on me.
I believe it.
And
Zoomies, man.
Dude, he's crazy. Yeah, he's crazy. And Liz goes, that's not the same dog. Like, he takes a nap all day, stores this energy out, and then it's alpha male on alpha male. And it's just like, yo, let's do this thing. And he gets his rope, and we play tug of war. And I'm like, I just want to like take a shower, bro.
Dude, I just want to take a 10-minute nap. Please.
I just want to catch some Z's.
Do you know what my day was like?
Or it's I gotta get a video up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because I'm doing the YouTube stuff
for sure.
So I'm like, man, I gotta get a video up by 5 o'clock, or people think I like died, because like, heaven forbid I take a day off, just having fun. So this guy, by the way, where's your route? If in case people ever see you around town.
So we're in a couple different cities, but they're close together.
Yeah.
So Troy, Michigan.
Yep.
Bloomfield Hills, Birmingham, and Royal Oak.
Okay, cool. So you're like, is that like northeast of me? East of me, right?
That would be east.
Straight.
It's almost directly east.
Yeah,
you hop on 696, and then Royal Oak's right there.
That's true. Well, Somerset's over there, right?
Yep.
So you're over that side of town.
Yeah.
So if you guys see black truck,
black trailer.
that's Meissner.
And it's logoed Jake's Lawn Care on the truck.
Wave him down, buy him coffee, buy him some donuts or something like that, and be like, yo, what up, man?
What up, dog?
Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. So
That's so funny.
all right, well, cool. This is hey, thanks for coming over.
How long have we been going?
I don't know. We didn't even hit the record button.
That'd be
With hour 9.
Dude, where does it go? You always say it every podcast.
It's a time warp.
Oh my
You
gosh.
think it's 15 minutes, and it's an hour later.
Oh my god.
I've done them with Bedell in 2.5 hours.
Well, yeah, you did 2 different ones.
We did back-to-back 2.5 hour podcasts. I'm pretty sure Bedell was about to charge me.
I believe it.
He's like, yo, dude, like this is. But he loved it. But he's just wanted to get himself out there. He wanted to serve. He's got a great story to tell.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about our friendship, and but yeah, 2.5 hours each, and then another 2.5 hours each. And by the time we got done at 11, he's like, you want to do another one? And I'm like, oh my god, like because he's a hoss, and but it's a time warp.
gosh.
You don't even notice it. Feels like 15 minutes. Interesting. Shout out to Bedell. What up, Bedell? All right, guys. Well, that's it. Hey, appreciate all you guys that have been just leaving ratings and reviews. We got a couple more that came in this week. So if you guys want us to read your rating and review, make sure you guys leave those 5-star ratings and a couple sentence reviews. Let other people know that are stumbling on the internet, lurking around, trying to find out good content to listen to. That the podcast is great. It's helpful. There's good value there. Those ratings and reviews go a long way. And then, in fact, once a week we try to read the ratings and reviews on the show. So if you guys want to have yours read, make sure you leave that here and we'll cover it here on the next episode. But Jake, thanks again for coming on the show,
Dude,
brother.
thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's been fun.
Love it, brother. All right, guys, that's it. Over and out. Fullerton Unfiltered. We'll catch up with you guys on the next one.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.